Did it just happen? This month we did something not even I thought was possible. Okay, the election is over, the Albertas are back to business. Hey guys, I'm Uros Markovic, I'm a realtor, real broker in Calgary and area, and today we will go over incredible May results. But do you remember me asking you the last month if the election would redirect the attention of Albertas away from the real estate? Well, the time was the only thing that could provide the answer, and now we have it. And it was actually quite opposite. May 2022 goes down as the highest selling May of all times. Yeah, even higher than the last year, which has shattered all prior records. This even surprised the heck out of me, and if you followed my updates along the way, I'm the major advocate for the power of our real estate market. So let me add some context why this really shocked me. January had 40% fewer sales than January last year. February had 47% fewer sales than the previous one. March had 40% less sales. April had 20% less sales. But what happened? Well, all of a sudden, May came in with 2% more. This continues to show the momentum and continuing strength of the buyer's demand we have in a Calgary area. On this graph you see how it has been in comparison to the last year. This block of 3 big years now in a row simply towers over the most last decade and should give us all massive confidence in our Calgary real estate market. This is 100 homes per day pace versus 90 homes sale in April versus 80 homes sale per day in March. Now, as always, this is an overall picture. When we drill down further, you will see more of 2023 story, and which that majority of our increased demand and buyer activity is still being driven by our apartment sales. Apartments sold 36% more than they did at the same time last year, and is our real master of our show right now. Detached and row homes are selling about 10% less, and semis about 5% more than it did in the same time last year. Okay, with the sales summary behind us, let's check on whether we finally started to see more properties come to market for us to choose from and handle all this demand. This graph shows year-to-date new listing figures at the end of May. If you look at the bar on the far right representing year-to-date 2023, it's pretty much equal with the 10-year average. So at a first glance, this would lead us to believe the new listings aren't the problem. Sure, not as high as it was the last 2 years, but no slowdown here either. We started the month with 3,229 homes on the market. That was a drop of 34% from the year before, and ended up with 3,207 homes. So 20 homes fewer on the market. Now that is a drop to 39% from the last year. But this means that we continue to net out in the opposite direction of what the market really needs in order to handle all buyers' demand. The last year from April to May, despite the craziness we have had, we still saw 400 more available homes accumulate in the market. This year that was zero. None. This graph shows the inventory trend better than any words can. Zooming in a little bit further into the property types, we see that detached homes month over month saw zero gain in inventory. Semi-detached saw nearly 20% drop. Row homes were flat, and apartments also flat. It is in every housing segment that we are seeing this occur, not just what seems to be our hottest part of our market, apartments this month. So, we have talked sales and we have talked inventory. Now let's talk about the pricing. Everyone wants to know, is my home price going up or it is going down, or maybe it's remaining the same? So they can either be aware of how one of their life's biggest assets is doing, or they can make an educated decision about entering the market. Looking at this graph, point your eyes to the red line. This is our benchmark price. What are you seeing is the price continues to trend up and up. This graph really gives you an idea of just how long it have been trending up now and where we have come from. Okay, let's zoom into this year price graph right now. You will see very quickly that on this month-over-month graph, and the red line is almost linear. which simply means that it is steadily increasing without much of an adjustment or even a slowing trend. As of the end of this May, we once again hit all-time high in our city's housing price points. Detached homes are now 674, semis at 600s, row homes just under 400, and the apartments just shy of 300. And it is also all new highs in all districts. Well, check this out. But really, how this can be? Aren't things slowing down? Well, it is not going to happen, and basically it can't. Aside from a war breaking out or Great Depression crash of a sort, because this current momentum and sales value climb is not something that was built overnight. It is not a fad or a trend or a knee-jerk reaction or feel-good moment for sellers. This result has been building over a decade, nested in a true economic fundamentals as we have been talking about all these years. Check this graph out. This is the months of supply graph, which shares one single stat about the combines of total inventory homes on the market and our current buyer demand. The lower the graph, the more demand is outweighing the supply. This graph gives you a powerful indicator of where we sit, and when we look at it, not on our monthly basis, but now we continue to outperform our course of several years, you really see that it hasn't taken us a long time to get to this point. So any commentary that we might adjust out of this market soon and that this run is close to be over are simply headline rhetoric, just looking to catch your eyeballs. Or right now, if we don't put any single home on the market in the month of June with the current pace of sale, we will have 0 homes to buy by the end of this month. That sort of a supply and demand equation does one thing: pushes prices up, up and up. This situation is rooted in the fundamentals, not emotion or hype. It is real people, real profits, real money, home by home, coming here to put down roots or invest in the future. This is exactly what we want and can be confident about it, to plan our future around, especially in terms of our housing. Often, when we talk about months of supply, we also bring up days on the market. So let me share something. You might be thinking, you have convinced me, now I can sell for what I want or maybe even a little bit more. But how fast can I get this done? Homes in Calgary area are now on average selling in 24 days. It is the day from the listing day to the firm condition-free deal. That sort of timeline is amazing for those needing to make a home sale transition. That is as worry-free as it can get. So, to wrap this up, let me leave you with this. If you were considering a purchase or move last year at exactly the same time, it was very frustrating. Buyers were stuck in multiple offers. People paid a little bit more than what they wanted in order to get their homes. But people also gave up and sat on the sidelines awaiting for a correction or a crash. But that didn't happen, did it? Honestly, that doesn't really happen ever when you look over more than 2 to 3 years timeline. Look at this detached home graph. Last year, when you were fed up and giving up, when it was too expensive, and it was the market nobody thought it could beat. The price then was 647K. Now it is 674,000. Then look at this one. Apartments. It was 269 and now it is 299. Then we had the row homes. It was 359, now it's 390K. And finally semi-detached, it was 581 in May 2022 and now is 600,000. No matter how you shake it, making your move is better despite the intensity than simply trying to wait. We don't know exactly what is coming, but who does? But what we do know is that the real estate is a long game that in the end always wins. The pain to get in, I believe, is always easier than the pain of losing out on a future upside, as it showed. And guess what? Historically, the gain we have just had in our city is under 40-year average. Yes, a year-over-year citywide gain of 2.6% is a way below the norm. So I'm speaking from my industry experience, and I'm thanking you with the actual market data. I hope it was well spent time together with me in this video today. And if you have any question about your particular situation, thinking of buying or selling or investing, just let me know. Have a great June.